quick breaking update coming in where a panel of independent experts who reviewed the World Health Organization's response to the coronavirus pandemic says the UN Health Agency should be granted guaranteed rights of access in countries to investigate emerging outbreaks, a contentious idea that would give more powers and require member states to give up some of theirs. Abhishek Kapoor, our senior executive editor, is with us on the phone line. Because Abhishek, help us understand this, because there was already a team of WHO that was barred from completely or with freedom to investigate the origins of the virus in China. How do you believe that other countries would cooperate to the same?
Well, Amita, this is confirmation of something that we have known, the world has known for a while, that the World Health Organization bureaucracy led by Dr. Tedros was very slow to react on the spread of coronavirus emanating from Wuhan, possibly from the Wuhan Institute of Virology lab. In fact, the first obfuscation itself came from WHO when they said that there is no human-to-human transmission of this virus, which lulled most of the nations around the world into believing that this would be like any other case, any other spread of virus and would be contained. And then at step one, WHO declared it as endemic again because the level of response varies between endemic and pandemic. And the WHO bureaucracy, again led by Dr. Tedros, took a while to declare it a pandemic, by which time the virus had already spread to many nations and had started playing havoc. We have seen how subsequently WHO has deterred in terms of proper investigation of the origins of the virus, and the international team that went to China was not given complete access. In fact, the Chinese continued to dictate terms. And so I think this panel of experts has come down to a conclusion which in bits and pieces we have known and understood. Essentially, the hegemony of China over WHO has continued, unfortunately, and I think in the light of these developments and this particular report, maybe the world together should come and, under the aegis of the United Nations, a fresh investigation should be launched with complete access as to the Wuhan Institute of Virology lab and any other areas from China from where the virus could have originated.
Yes, but Abhishek, looking at future pandemics now nobody can actually predict when they will, come across to anywhere across the country or anywhere across the globe. But at this point, we are dealing with COVID-19, and it's been over 2 years now, and this virus is something that has not spared any country across the world. But guaranteed rights to investigate if there are future pandemics anywhere across the globe, is that something that can be guaranteed by the United Nations itself? Let me go across to Mohandas Pai, who is joining us here on the broadcast. Mr. Pai, good afternoon to you. Thank you very much for taking out your time. What would you have to say as far as the WHO is concerned, seeking for guaranteed rights if there are any future pandemics that spread across the globe? Of course, when it comes to the unfounded claims of the origins of COVID-19 in China, we still haven't had any more of those team members declare exactly where it came from where did it originate, and where it has investigation currently being heading. We don't know any of that.
Yeah, I think, WHO has got a credibility problem because it is in the backs of China. China has an undue influence on WTO. It's well documented. The Director General of WTO is being influenced by China. And they went to Wuhan to investigate, and they came back with a blank report, and they're not transparent enough. But, in principle, WHO should have a greater role in managing global pandemic for a simple reason. They're the only global organization which can coordinate, which can advise, which can have a common response. But WHO should work to improve its credibility, become much more transparent, and they must have better supervision by countries, and they must not become an organization which can be captured. The fact that they have not gone to the bottom of the Wuhan crisis and the Wuhan COVID crisis shows very clearly that they're getting influenced, and the credibility has been deeply impaired. But the world doesn't have any other organization. The world needs WHO, and the world needs WHO to be a credible organization, and it has to restore its credibility. That is the challenge today.
But Mr. Pai, when WHO asks for more powers there to stop or to control future pandemic outbreaks, do you believe that it first actually should name China when it comes to the spread of the virus? Because as you've been talking about the credibility virus and a hegemony that has already been enjoyed by China over the WHO, what happens to its own image?
I think the WHO should negotiate with the UN to get more powers. Because, when the UN wants to give more powers, all countries should agree. I'm sure enough countries will raise issues. That negotiation should go on because that is essential. Because WHO should be in a position to give independent advice, take independent decisions. But at the same time, WHO should work to clean up its house. And, unless you clean up your house, I don't think the UN countries are going to give WHO more powers. Let us understand the United States is opposed to WHO enjoying those kind of powers because, President Trump withdrew. Now President Biden has again joined back. But I'm sure the Western powers are very, very concerned about China. So I think both the things should go hand in hand. Restoration of the credibility of the WHO, at the same time WHO getting very defined powers to make sure that the world can jointly fight in the case of a common another pandemic. For example, the Ebola crisis was managed well by WHO. So every time there's a crisis pending out somewhere, the WHO steps in and manages it. No other countries could do that. The WHO has got many things to credit. It's just because they got Tedros, who has come with China's help there and is very partial to China, and China has got an undue influence, does not mean that we should destroy WHO or ignore it, because we need that kind of organization. WHO has indeed done good work. But
because it leads to a lot of criticism against the WHO's first response, rather a delayed response to the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic, where the red flag could have been raised by them when China had first talked about the spreading of the virus there. Thank you very much, Mr. Mohandas Pai, for taking out your time and helping us to understand the current situation, where, if you talk about the WHO itself, which is now speaking, an expert panel is seeking for more guaranteed rights to investigate and to stop future outbreaks of the pandemics world over.